Class C motorhomes are great, full of features, fun for the family, but sometimes you need something a little bit bigger. That's when you step into a Super C. Diesel engines, more amenities, a lot more features, but what happens when a Super C isn't big enough? You step into a Mega C, and that's what we're talking about today with Adam Gudger. This is the all-new Pasadena Mega C, as I call it. Adam, I'll be honest, I have not seen a motorhome that is this massive ever. It blew me away. So let's talk a little bit about what makes the Pasadena so special.
Yeah, I mean, Steve, new to me too. You know, I've been doing diesel pushers for 22 years, and you know, I was given this opportunity to develop a new product, and it's hot, man. I mean, it's different. It's not a diesel pusher. It's really more of just a big truck, RV. Gives you all the same features. You know, gives you a little bit easier driving capabilities just because it's a little bit more automotive in terms of the feel, and this market's just exploding, and we've just done so well with the Magnitude and the Omni, but people want more.
You always want more. Bigger
Everybody wants
better,
more.
right? That's why it's mega, and what makes this different is this is still a Freightliner chassis, and as you mentioned, it's a diesel engine, but this is the S2RV chassis, so talk a little bit about that and what makes this different.
That's correct. Well, and the same too. So what's cool about S2RV is that it's actually built on the same production lines as what you're going to get with the XCR and the XCS, and you know, all the chassis that we're using with Palazzo through Tuscany. So, you know, a lot of the same customization type characteristics really can make sure that we refine this and make it specific for our particular brands. You know, move stuff around, make it right so that it fits perfectly. And you know, we get balance. You know, we get the Atlas foundation that we developed to incorporate with this. It just makes for that really customized, better riding vehicle. You know, we've added weight, obviously, when you get into Freightliner, you know, 32,700 pound GVWR. I mean, I just checked the sticker. This coach has over 8,000 pounds of net payload. So just tons of available room to put in. And you know, like we said before with Atlas and with Freightliner, you know, you want to bring more stuff with you. You want to go further distances. You know, you don't want to have to sacrifice anything when you hit the road. And this is going to be a vehicle that's going to allow you to take lots of time out there with your family.
So let's talk about what we have under the hood, because it's neat that you have the diesel engine up front, and
sure.
it is a powerful beast that's going to give you 15,000 pounds of towing.
100%. Yeah, 15K hitch. You know, we're Cummins motor. So, you know, similar to what we do with the pushers. It's got an Allison transmission to 3,000, so it's 360 horsepower, 800 pound-feet of torque, and with that 3,000 transmission, it allows us to, you know, obviously put a lot of payload and towability on top of it. You know, and then you talk brakes. You know, you got air brakes on the vehicle now, which you know is a big safety thing. And you know, I'm always stressing safety because we just want people to be safe on the road. We want to have fun, but we also want to know that we can make sure we can stop this thing. It's got exhaust brake, you know, similar to what you see in the other stuff. So when you're going down those long descents with that heavier vehicle, you know, this is set up to protect you, and so there's all that stuff going on. I mean, we even incorporated air seats.
I
like
know, I was just going to mention that. You beat me to the punch. How cool is that? Well, we'll show them on the other side, but the controls you get in, and then you just dial it in, and that is some comfortable stuff.
Sure, and then honestly, probably the biggest thing is suspension.
Yeah.
You know, people that take more time on the road, they drive further distances, you know, we want to be as comfortable as possible. And those air seats are great, but how about adding air ride to the mix too? Because, you know, when you're looking forward, you know, leaf spring suspension systems, they just simply don't have that same luxury ride and feel. And so this is going to be air ride. It's got the SAC shock absorbers that are custom tuned for the vehicle. And then again, when we add that Atlas foundation and design this foundation specific for this brand, you know, we balance everything out and just make it perfect.
And because of the Atlas Foundation, custom made for each of our floor plans, it gives you a lot of cargo capacity. Let's open up these bays.
They're tall,
they're tall, they're huge, and they go all the way down.
It's crazy.
All the way down.
Well, and you never have enough room,
You got the nice step up here.
They're built in. You know, you'll see with the top of the coach with the caps, and we'll talk about that inside. You get your side view mirrors.
Pass-through storage.
Nice aluminum baggage doors that are insulated, well insulated. These are all rotocast. So it's nice. They're really easy to clean out. You know, you can just take a, you know, standard garden hose if you want, just, you know, empty the water out at the end, but they clean up really nice.
Fresh water tank
Tons of tank capacity. This has a 100-gallon fuel tank on it, so I mean, you can go a long way with this coach.
That's amazing. We have
exterior entertainment center on everything too.
Nice power awning.
Yeah,
with
it's all
LED
armless.
lights.
It's got the LED built into it. You know, paint is awesome. You know, we put in, you know, all the best, you know, nicest types of paints and colors in. We made it real aggressive, obviously, with this new Pasadena product. So really fired up about it.
And the tires are massive as well. What are these,
They
22 and a halves, I believe, right?
Yeah, they're huge, and you know, aluminum wheels, which is a really cool thing, and you know, they're large tires, and obviously the larger tires are going to give you that weight bearing capacity, and they're also going to make sure that you know, you're traveling as comfortably as you can down the road.
And here's what one of the things I like about it, and you know, we're about 6 foot, is
Sure.
if I wanted something out of here, I'm under.
Yeah,
I'm standing.
6'1".
I'm standing under the slide out.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, and you don't have to bend down so much to get at everything, right?
Yeah, it's awesome, and the inside's awesome too. So what do you say we go in, take a tour
Absolutely.
of the bunkhouse model?
Let's do it.
Where do you want to start? I will turn it over to you.
Well, probably with Marie. You know, we don't ever talk about her enough, but we just have this fabulous designer. And, you know, we really looked at the market and who else was out there and what was happening. And, you know, we just wanted a better looking motorhome. And she's done that here. I mean, it's just awesome. And we did something a little different where we actually paired our interior decor with the cabinet instead of just making it, you know, pick and choose. So with Regatta, which, you know, we've had a lot of success with in the diesel pushers, this color that we have now, we have these particular leathers that go with it. And then we have a new one. This painted cabinetry and this lighter cabinetry has really been going over well. And so we have a new shell gray color that's just absolutely beautiful. And we really got creative here. The big thing about this unit is this, what we call a sky cap. But this sky cap area just makes the whole coach feel so much bigger. I mean, you're talking about a, 39-foot overall length unit. But it feels bigger than that because, you know, we're really taking advantage of all the way up almost to the tip of the coach. And so, you know, it gives you this wonderful 800-pound weight limit area. And it just makes you feel like when you walk inside, you feel the slide being open, but you also feel that cap area just kind of growing it. And that's what we need because, again, getting back to the same point I've been making all the time, we want coaches that customers want to use more. And so how we do that, we make it more comfortable by making it feel roomier, more spacious, more comfortable for whatever type of, you know, family situation they have.
What's nice as we talk about the overhead bunk is if you don't use it for sleeping, you have somewhere around 91 cubic feet of storage space up there. I think it's 37 inches of headroom from the mattress to the top. It does really let in just a lot of natural light when the power shade is open.
Isn't that cool? And that window just really is just it's a huge one. And yeah, they just did a great job with engineering on it, and when I first saw it, that was the first thing, and it's such a huge advantage for us because nobody else has this.
Well, the other thing that I really like about this is the driving experience, and we can kind of walk through the cockpit and work our way back, but we talked about the air adjustable seats. I don't know, maybe it's just a guy thing. I love the horn right up here. It's like, wah,
you feel like you're really in control,
yeah,
you
do. Yeah, you pull down the air horn there, but
nice.
You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You went all out on loading this up to make the driving experience easy, pleasurable, eyes on the road type for whoever happens to be behind the wheel.
And it's kind of what I referenced, you know, earlier when we were talking about the cab, but with a lot of people we've found, and I ask a lot of questions because I want to understand this market too, and why would you buy this versus a diesel pusher, but there's just a comfort level, like an automotive type experience you get with the truck, and then also just the visibility aspect. I mean, you just really seem to know where you are all the time on the road, and I think that's really important for people. You know, the more confidence you have when you're driving, you know, the more fun you're going to have, and we just want people to have lots of fun.
So let's talk about the layout, the floor plan, and some of the choices we have going on in here.
Yeah, so this is our bunk model, and you know, traditionally for us, we always like to have a bunk model and a bath and a half because those are our best sellers because, you know, we want to make sure we have plenty of sleeping availability for people, and so that's what you get here. We have theater seats and a sofa available, for instance, with the furniture options, but then, you know, conversely with the 38MX, we have a rear bath, and we have a lot of people that like to have their own bathroom and then have like a shared one up front. You know, the way we build our coaches, you know, we vacuum bond our units, so we're able to do things like full wall slides. Atlas helps us with that too, supporting them, so we get lots of square footage no matter what. And then we just want to make sure, you know, you're not losing things. So if you got bunks, we still want ample galley space, which we're able to accomplish here. I mean, this coach, you can put a stackable washer dryer in if you want because it's plumbed for it. A lot of bunks at this size can't do that. But because of the way that we're designing and laying everything out, we really do a good job of capturing every last little piece of storage and space available stuff.
Especially when it comes to sleeping space. So let's say, because the theater seats are standard, you can option in the sofa. So the sofa will fold out. They're sleeping there.
Yep.
You can sleep here.
Right, there's a Dream Dinette that breaks down, so it makes it easy.
You have two in the bunk.
Right.
If you don't want the bunks, you have a closet. We'll talk about that.
Sure.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, you can sleep
A lot.
the whole crew in here.
You can.
The whole crew, which is amazing.
And why not?
Right. If you can take it,
Yeah.
just make new friends, bring them along.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about some of the features we find throughout, because I know we're talking, solid surface countertops,
Yeah,
and we have
stainless
nice
sink.
woodwork.
I love having the fact that you have, a propane plus electric burner on the stovetop. It's nice to have the versatility there. Tons of storage, within. You got these huge, drawers, lots of room, overhead space. We really just try to maximize everything here.
I like this. I like
She's
the look
great
of
with all the little attention to detail things. I love, the backsplashes she picked out for it, and everything just really goes together really nicely.
Yeah, the fridge is great too. I love the bottom pull-out freezer. Oh, I didn't know I had a drawer. Check that out. Look at that.
Got an ice maker in there. You can get to everything. Pantries are big. This goes all the way back, so lots of room to bring along all your dry goods with you.
And then over here, let's talk about some of the other tech, because we have an inverter, we have solar, we have our Rapid Count Plus multiplex wiring system. Kind of take us through some of the tech you've incorporated into the Pasadena.
Yeah, so 1800 watt inverter. Solar charging is on everything. We put a 100-watt panel, but you can upgrade even more if you'd like. We have kits available through the dealer. Firefly is a big deal because you can go through all and run your slides, do your temperatures. Really everything that has to do with the unit just about is now incorporated through this system, and also it's available through your phone.
We have a complete walkthrough every single feature if you'd like to learn more about that. Bathroom is huge. Here's how big the shower is. Tom and the camera on a tripod fit in that shower.
There you go. Yeah, it's really great. And big sink bowl. You see a lot of times with these coaches where they kind of shrink those down, but you got plenty of room to be able to deal with that. Plenty of shoulder space for sitting down on the john too. I mean, I know that can be a frustrating thing where you're, and I've been in plenty of RVs over the years where that wasn't so much fun.
Storage up above. You have a medicine cabinet in the bathroom, so there's really a place for everything in there.
Yes, you do. Yes,
this is a great setup too, whether you want to use it as we have set up here for a closet, or if you'd like to set up bunks, that's really easy to do. We got tablet holders in there. It's really like a little retreat for whoever is in there.
It's nice that Tracy loaned you the clothes to use. So
you know what? Actually, these are a lot of my wife was like, I'm purging.
Nice.
You know what? I'm going to take and put these into circulation.
There you go. And tablet holders, easy. So, and then, obviously they're big bunks too. We see with a lot of the companies where they kind of narrow those down. These are actually bunks that you could actually put an adult on.
Yeah, I can fit in here and I would be absolutely comfortable. You got a window, you have privacy shades back there, lights, really kind of a nice decked out little area here. We talked about washer dryer prep. Here's another area. The amount of storage we're about to get into is mind-blowing. So you mentioned washer dryer prep. Right behind you, so washer dryer or this incredibly large closet in here.
Correct, and we'll have that available in all the floor plans, including the new one that's coming out. Again, the big thing with this particular floor plan is it's unusual to find a stackable in a bunk layout. That's just because of the way that we design our floor plans, and the larger slides have allowed us to do that. Also, plus, when you turn around here, you can see that we have this tilt-a-view bed, which allows us to bring some more depth through and gives us the opportunity.
King, right?
They are true 72 by 80s, not 72 by 75s. You got to watch that, just like with bunks. Bring your tape measure with you when you go to these shows, because there's a lot of people that would be really disappointed if they got a king bed with 75-inch mattress.
We got the large nightstands, we got the charging ports, we have more closet space. These closets over here with the TV on it are massive.
Yep.
And whose idea was the hamper? Because I love that.
That was not my idea, but it's a great idea.
I love the hamper back there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because you walk into some motorhomes, and that would be wasted space back there. But putting a hamper in there, great idea.
Yeah, our group did a really good job. This is a ton of wardrobe. You just don't see this in coaches.
Well, and then you have this nice shelf in the back too for, we have a phone over there because there's charging ports or whatever you wanted to do. I mean, quite honestly, if you had a little stool, you could use that at a workbench. Now imagine you're into a backup spot, you got the lake behind you, you open the window, You're sitting there. What a great little view is that, huh?
Well, yeah, and that window is so nice because, again, with diesel
Yeah.
pushers, you don't have that ability. And so I feel like the bedrooms and the rear baths feel a little closed in. But, you know, when you have the ability to put the window in, doesn't it feel almost like the living room in here? I mean, with how much light and natural light's getting in. So, yeah, it just makes you feel freer and more comfortable.
It's big. I mean, it's a big motorhome
Yeah.
with a lot of storage, a lot of amenities. It's really got all the great features of every class. You know, you got the Class C sort of feel and drive. You got the luxuries of the diesel. It's a neat idea. It's a great product.
Yeah, and it's built on the same production line as same plant as our diesel products already. So we got the same people. You know, they understand. You know, it's our luxury plant essentially. 850 is what we call it, and so they understand. You know, the expectations of the customer, and they're just doing a really good job building high quality products for us.
Yeah, it's the Pasadena. I call it a Mega C because that's what,
I like it.
When I saw it, this is a Mega C. It's huge. You're going to love it. You get a chance, head to thormotorcoach.com. You're going to find all the information about the Pasadena right there. If you have any questions, post them down below. And if I don't know the answer, this guy will know it. And if Adam doesn't know it, he's got good connections.
We got some people we can call.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll get you all of your all the answers to all your questions. We appreciate you being here, and we'll team up again when the next one comes out.
We need to do this more often, Steve.
We do. We haven't done it enough. We were
It's good to
talking.
see
It
you.
was 2 years. It's been 2 years.
Too long.
That we've
That's all I
done
know.
any of this stuff.
Yep.
So I've missed it. It's good to have you back.
Great to
Plan
see
on
you.
more. You plan on more, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
If you would like to see sales prices from the only full-line and fully authorized Thor Motor Coach dealership in the world, visit Motorhome Specialist at MHSRV.com or call 800-335-6054. Motorhome Specialist is the #1 volume selling